Welcome back to the Professor's Lab. I'm Professor V, and this is round 2 of the league tournament that happened at Die Hard Games on April 11th, 2024. If you didn't know, Die Hard League happens every Thursday at 6 p.m. Central, featuring casual and tournament play of whatever format anyone wants, really. More info in the description. Twilight Masquerade pre-releases start Saturday, May 11th at 1 p.m. League Cup Saturday, May 18th at 11 a.m. League Challenge Thursday, May 23rd at 6 p.m. and GLC Gym Leader Challenge Thursday, May 30th at 6 p.m. All Central Time, all at Die Hard Games, and check out Pokemon's event locator for premier events at the shop, such as League Challenges, League Cups, and pre-releases. Please hit that like button right quick, subscribe to this channel, ring the bell for notifications, say what you need to say in the comments, and all that other good free stuff. But anyways, let's research this game. On the left, we have Gholdengo. On the right, Dialga. It looks like the Gholdengo player started out with a Gimmighoul in the active spot, a Gimmighoul and a Radiant Greninja on the bench, and it looks like Ultra Ball discarding a couple cards to find that Squawkabilly EX with that powerful Squawk and Seize ability that can only be used on the first turn, but when it's used, you discard your hand and draw 6 fresh new cards. Starting things out with a brand new hand on turn 1. Squawk and Seize discarding that Super Rod. 6 new cards hit the hand, and let's see what else we've got. Another Gholdengo. That's our, Gimmighoul. That's nice. The Prime Catcher, not useful right now, but potentially on the next turn as another Gimmighoul is benched. Pokestop is played right there. For those of you that don't know, Pokestop, you discard the top 3 cards of your deck, and you add any item cards revealed there to the hand. That was a little quick for me, so let's see what cards were added to the hand here off of that Pokestop. Professor Turo's scenario discarded, and a couple of item cards added to the hand. Earthen Vessel and Buddy Buddy Poffin, I believe. And that Poffin is played here to search the deck for up to 2 basic Pokemon with 70 HP or less. The 4th and final Gimmighoul found and put onto the bench. Next, that Earthen Vessel is played, discarding a card and allowing that player to search their deck for 2 basic energy cards. Water and Metal Energy found. Metal Energy attached to the Gimmighoul on the bench. And we're actually grabbing a different energy type there, I believe, at the end of it all, aside from the water. Let's see. Yes, gonna actually grab 2 Metal Energy off of that Earthen Vessel there. And our Gholdengo player is having a pretty solid turn 1, for sure. All thanks, I believe, to that Squawkabilly EX. I don't think there's really anything else that needs to be done this turn. Let's see if they agree here. Yep, they agree as things are passed over to our Dialga player. They start things off with that Nest Ball. That's an item card that allows them to search their deck for a basic Pokemon to add to the bench. The Hisuian Basculin found. I'm just trying to see what that one does. I know it has like a Call for Family, or I think it's called Gather the Crew attack. Energy is a is that an energy? I think it's actually a Technical Machine Evolution attached to the bench, Hisuian Basculin, as well as a Metal Energy. Next is that Prime Catcher, Ace Spect, that brings up the Radiant Greninja on the opposing side, and then the Hisuian Basculin moves to the active spot as well, thanks to the effect of that Prime Catcher. No cards in hand, I think, or let's see, did I miss a supporter being played? We have the Prime Catcher. And there we go, Professor's Research was played. That supporter card has you discard your hand and then draw 7 fresh new cards. Definitely would like to get some Beldum down on the bench. A Origin Form Dialga V on the bench would be nice. Alright, we start things off with the Radiant Greninja on the bench and use its ability Concealed Cards to discard an energy and draw 2 more cards. Looking for that Buddy Buddy Poffin to search out the Beldum, but actually going to end up using Gather the Crew on that Hisuian Basculin. Search your deck for up to 2 basic Pokemon and put them on your bench. So the Origin Form Dialga V and a Beldum are found and put onto the bench, and things are passed back over to Gholdengo. Metal Energy attached to the other bench, Gimmighoul, and an Earthen Vessel is played, discarding that Iono to search the deck for a couple of Water Energy to add to the hand. I believe that's signaling a Radiant Greninja Concealed Cards incoming. No, actually going to discard them both with an Ultra Ball to find that Gholdengo EX. The main attacker is here on the field. Next is a Radiant Greninja's Concealed Cards. Oh no, they were just putting the ability markers on the Pokemon. Next is actually a Prime Catcher to bring up that Dialga V. The fresh Gholdengo, Gholdengo moves into the active spot, and Iono is played. Both players shuffle their hands, put them at the bottom of their deck, and then draw cards equal to their remaining prize cards. Both players get 6 prize cards here. Another Gholdengo EX is found and evolved on the bench. They have that powerful coin bonus ability to draw some more cards. Grabber is played next. The opponent reveals their hand, and you can put a Pokemon you find there on the bottom of the deck. That crucial Metang put onto the bottom of the deck there. Pokestop being activated, sending 3 non-item cards to the discard pile. The Palkia line is discarded there. Maybe not the worst thing in the world as you have your board full of Pokemon. So next is a coin bonus, couple coin bonus. If a Gholdengo uses coin bonus when it's in the active spot, 2 cards are drawn. If it uses the coin bonus while it's on the bench, just 1 card is drawn. So 3 cards drawn right there. Thanks, Gholdengo. Our players taking a look through the discard pile to better inform their next decision of that concealed cards, discarding an energy and drawing a couple more cards. And we are looking for superior energy retrieval and ways to find more energy to ideally one-shot this Dialga V in the active spot, the opponent's active spot, of course. I see those superior energy retrieval, but now I think we're just missing the energy cards. Palpad being played next to shuffle back into the deck a couple supporters from the discard pile. Super Rod is played to shuffle back into the deck a couple of Pokemon from the discard pile. Never punished by that Pokestop there. Superior Energy Retrieval is played to discard a couple cards and bring back 3 basic energy from the discard pile to the hand. And finally, Gholdengo EX uses its Make It Rain attack. You discard any number of energy cards from your hand, and the attack does 50 times the amount of energy that was discarded this way. So 150 damage, I believe, being done to the opposing Dialga V. Setting up for the 2-shot on the Dialga V or the Dialga V Star. So not a bad spot for the Gholdengo player here. I'm sure they would have definitely preferred a knockout in this case here. The Pokestop could have found more earthen vessels to search out some more energy. And yeah, 5 energy would have done the trick on the opposing 220 HP Dialga V. Either way, play is going to resume on their side. Considering benching a second Beldum, maybe debating on keeping that bench space free for something like Luminion or another Dialga V, but this deck's engine is those Metang. So definitely have to get the Beldum in play to be able to evolve into those Metangs, and you want at least 2 in play. Energy attached to the active Dialga V. And another Professor's Research being played here to discard the hand and start fresh. Hunting for Metang here, as well as a Dialga V-Star. Let's see what our player finds. Either one, whichever one they want, with this Ultra Ball. Not before seeing what they get off of a Radiant Greninja concealed cards, discarding that energy and drawing 2 cards. Alright, definitely going to play the Ultra Ball now, discarding a couple energy cards to search the deck for a Pokemon. And it's going to be that Metang evolving on the bench. Metang has the Metal Maker attack. Once during your turn, you may look at the top 4 cards of your deck and attach any number of basic metal energy cards you find there to your Pokemon in any way you like. Shuffle the other cards and put them on the bottom of your deck. Energy Acceleration. Always good in the Pokemon trading card game. Our player's taking an inventory of how many metal energy are in the discard pile, deciding whether or not it's time to play a Super Rod, I believe. And there we go. There's the Super Rod to shuffle back into the deck 3 of those basic metal energy, further fueling the effectiveness of Metang's Metal Maker. The more energy in the deck, the more likely you are to hit an energy off the top 4 with Metal Maker. Here we go, Metal Maker, looking at the top 4. 2 energy are found, so that's pretty good. And of course, the other 2 cards get shuffled up and then put onto the bottom of the deck. Definitely some unique sequencing as an attribute of this Dialga V-Star deck. Now, where do the 2 energy go? Debating on putting them on that Mew with its genome hacking attack for 3 colorless energy, powering that up. We'll see if that ever becomes relevant in this matchup here. And Dialga uses its first attack, Metal Coating, attach up to 2 metal energy from your discard pile to this Pokemon. And things continue over on Gholdengo's side with the coin bonus in the active spot, drawing 2 cards. And our player's taking a look at their hand, trying to decide the best move here. Couple bosses orders superior energy retrieval in hand. A switch actually played, moving another Gholdengo into the active spot, and it uses a coin bonus to draw 2 more cards. Another Gholdengo EX was found and evolved onto the bench, further developing the board for our Gholdengo player here. Taking a look through their opponent's discard pile, seeing what resources have been used, what resources may be available to them, before deciding on their next move. And superior energy retrieval will clean up the KO here. Greninja discards an energy to draw 2 more cards here, getting all the cards in hand to have all the options before using a superior energy retrieval, discarding a couple cards to get some energy back into the hand from the discard pile, and enough energy discarded from the hand to fuel the Make It Rain attack and take the KO on the opposing Dialga V. The free retreater, Mew EX, moves into the active spot over on Dialga's side, and play resumes there. And let's see how our Dialga player can respond, starting things off with a Super Rod to shuffle back some resources from the discard to the deck. A Dialga V and a couple of metal energy this time around. And Arven is the supporter for turn. That supporter lets you search your deck for an item and a tool card. The item going to be that Nest Ball here. Nest Ball is going to find that Dialga V again to put onto the bench. No tool card being chosen here. The main tool card in this build to find with Arven is that Technical Machine Evolution, but not at this point in the game. Next is a Metal Maker from that bench, Metang, and 0 hits found off of that Metal Maker. Ouch. Now, I'm sure there's at least one energy in hand, so we can power up that Mew, but instead going to retreat into the Hisuian Basculin and pass things back over to the Gholdengo player. Oh no. Boss's orders instantly played by the Gholdengo player, bringing up that only threat on the opposing side, the Mew EX, into the active spot. Drawing a bunch of cards with coin bonuses here. Metal energy attached to the bench Gholdengo EX, and 3 energy discarded. Actually, we need one more. There we go. 4 energy discarded to fuel the Make It Rain attack and take the KO on the opposing Mew EX for 2 prize cards. Let's see how our Dialga player can respond this time. It seems our Gholdengo player is running away with this game as the Hisuian Basculin retreats into the now Origin Form Dialga V-Star. So let's see, I believe there needs to be 6 energy total on the Dialga V-Star in order to take the KO with its Metal Blast attack to do 280 damage. That would knock out the 260 HP Gholdengo EX. They would have to get very lucky off of a couple of Metal Makers to achieve that feat. But then they're just staring down 2 more powered up Gholdengo EX with 2 prize cards remaining. Either way, Ultra Ball is played to search the deck for another Metang to evolve on the bench. Okay. So now the chances are looking better with a couple of Metal Maker. So let's see, what could happen is Boss's orders and use Dialga V-Star Star Chronos, 220 damage to knock out the benched Squawkabilly EX. Then the Dialga player gets to take another turn as the effect of Star Chronos. Then with enough energy they can KO a Gholdengo EX. But let's see what actually happens here. It looks like a Metal Maker is used, 2 energy found and attached to the active Dialga V-Star. Okay. Another Metal Maker being used here. Looking at the top 4 and finding 1 energy. Okay, so there, the hope for the Star Chronos boss combo play is gone. The Gholdengo player flashes a couple of superior energy retrieval on a boss's orders, saying I probably have game in hand already. Plenty of energy in their discard pile. Our Dialga player sees the writing on the wall and concedes this game over to Gholdengo EX. What did you guys think of this video and the commentary? Please let me know in the comments. Like this video, subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time in the Professor's Lab.